The truth about Selena Gomez cutting ties with her closest friends will shock you to your core. What started as whispers in Hollywood circles has exploded into a full-blown revelation that nobody saw coming. Don't forget to subscribe because this story gets darker with every detail I'm about to reveal. Selena Gomez just dropped the bombshell of the century during her recent podcast appearance with Jake Shane. The pop superstar opened up about friendships in a way that has sent shockwaves through social media and left fans questioning everything they thought they knew about her inner circle. The clips from this interview are going viral for all the wrong reasons, and people are connecting dots that paint a picture nobody expected. During the interview, Selena revealed something that made everyone's jaw drop to the floor. She talked about getting burned by people she trusted, about learning the hard way that not everyone deserves a place in your life. But here's where it gets interesting. Selena mentioned that her 31st birthday party had only 20 people compared to the massive celebration for her 30th birthday that had over 200 guests. Those missing 180 people weren't just random acquaintances. They were people she considered close friends, people who had been part of her journey for years. The internet immediately started speculating about who these people might be. Names started flying around like confetti at a parade, and suddenly everyone became a detective trying to solve the mystery of Selena's shrinking social circle. Francia Raisa, the actress who literally gave Selena one of her kidneys during her lupus battle, seemed to be noticeably absent from recent celebrations. The two had been inseparable for years, with Francia being called Selena's sister in countless interviews and social media posts. Then there's Nicola Peltz, who was once photographed everywhere with Selena, sharing inside jokes and attending each other's events. Their friendship seemed unbreakable until suddenly, it just wasn't. Social media sleuths noticed the absence of recent photos together, the lack of comments on each other's posts, and the complete radio silence between two people who used to be attached at the hip. But the most shocking name that keeps coming up is Demi Lovato. These two grew up together in the spotlight, starting their careers as Disney Channel stars and supporting each other through every career milestone and personal struggle. Their friendship weathered addiction, breakups, career changes, and family drama. If Demi is really out of Selena's life, then something major must have happened behind closed doors. Selena's words during the podcast paint a picture of someone who has been taken advantage of repeatedly. She talked about transactional friendships, about people doing nice things for her only to flip the script and demand something in return. She mentioned feeling pressured to be more than she was able to be, dealing with people who had ulterior motives disguised as genuine care. The kidney situation with Francia has become particularly controversial online. Comments are pouring in from people saying that Selena owes Francia her loyalty forever because of the life-saving gift she received. Others argue that a medical procedure, no matter how significant, doesn't guarantee a lifelong friendship if the relationship becomes toxic or one-sided. The debate is splitting fans right down the middle, with some calling Selena ungrateful and others defending her right to protect her peace. What's really fascinating is how Selena described the evolution of her social circle. She painted a picture of someone who used to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, who forgave repeatedly and believed in the good in people. But something changed. She reached a breaking point where she realized that some behaviors shouldn't be perpetually tolerated, no matter who the person is, or what they've done for you in the past. The timing of these revelations is particularly interesting considering Selena's current success. She's worth over $1 billion thanks to her rare beauty empire. She's starring in critically acclaimed projects, and she's in a serious relationship with Benny Blanco. Success often reveals people's true intentions, and it sounds like Selena discovered that not everyone in her corner was there for the right reasons. Industry insiders are whispering about what might have caused these friendship breakdowns. Some sources suggest that jealousy played a role, with friends becoming resentful of Selena's continued success while their own careers stagnated. Others hint at deeper issues involving loyalty, trust, and boundaries that were repeatedly crossed despite warnings. The Francia situation is particularly complex because of the public nature of their initial bond. When Francia donated her kidney to Selena, it became a beautiful story of friendship that inspired millions of people. But what happens when that friendship runs its course naturally, or when one person feels like they're being treated as just the girl who gave up her kidney rather than a complete human being with her own needs and feelings? Social media has become a battlefield over this revelation. Team Selena supporters are applauding her for setting boundaries and protecting her mental health. They point out that she has every right to choose who stays in her life, regardless of past history. The opposing side argues that loyalty should mean something, especially when someone has literally saved your life. The Demi Lovato angle adds another layer of complexity to this story. These two have been through everything together, from their Disney days to their individual struggles with mental health and addiction. If their friendship has truly ended, it suggests that even the deepest childhood bonds aren't immune to the pressures of fame and personal growth in different directions. What makes this story even more compelling is Selena's apparent peace with her decisions. She didn't seem angry or bitter during the interview. Instead, she came across as someone who has done the difficult work of evaluating her relationships and making tough choices for her own well-being. There's something mature and self-aware about acknowledging that not every friendship is meant to last forever, even when those friendships have meant everything to you. The entertainment industry is notorious for fake friendships and strategic relationships. Everyone wants to be close to successful people, and it can be nearly impossible to determine who genuinely cares about you versus who just wants access to your world. Selena's experience highlights the lonely reality that comes with extreme success and fame. Her comment about learning who is around you to be around you hits differently when you consider the level of scrutiny and pressure she faces daily. Every friendship becomes public knowledge, every falling out becomes tabloid fodder, and every decision gets analyzed by millions of strangers online. The burden of constantly questioning people's motives must be exhausting. The fact that Selena chose to address this publicly suggests that she's reached a place of confidence in her decisions. She's not hiding from the speculation or trying to maintain facades for public consumption. This level of transparency is both refreshing and slightly concerning, as it opens her up to even more criticism and speculation about her personal relationships. Looking at her current inner circle, it appears Selena has surrounded herself with people from outside the entertainment industry, family members, and a few carefully chosen friends who have proven their loyalty over time. Quality over quantity seems to be her new approach, and honestly, that's probably the healthiest way to navigate life when you're constantly in the spotlight. The broader conversation this has started about friendship expectations, loyalty, and personal boundaries is fascinating. How much do we owe people who have helped us in the past? Is it fair to end friendships when they become draining or one-sided, even if those people have been there during our darkest moments? These are questions that go beyond celebrity drama and touch on fundamental human relationship dynamics. What's clear is that Selena Gomez is no longer the people-pleasing young woman who tried to make everyone happy at her own expense. She's evolved into someone who understands that protecting your peace sometimes means disappointing people who feel entitled to your energy, time, and loyalty. Whether you agree with her choices or not, you have to respect the courage it takes to publicly acknowledge that you've outgrown relationships that no longer serve you. The ripple effects of this revelation will probably continue for months. Former friends might speak out, fans will continue debating the morality of her choices, and every public appearance will be analyzed for clues about her current relationships. But Selena seems prepared for that reality, and maybe that's the most telling sign that she's made the right decisions for her life. If this story taught you something about the complexity of friendship and fame, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the real stories behind your favorite celebrities. Sometimes the truth is more complicated than the headlines suggest, and that's exactly what makes these human stories so compelling to explore.